All right, guys, been getting asked a lot about what is DNA? What is DNA testing? What does DNA have an impact on in terms of my nutrition? And I know with all the videos you guys have watched, when you go back and look at the nutritional one, when you talk even about the hydration topic in our program at the top, it talks all about DNA and why it matters. And when we get into it, DNA testing, the reason that we want to do it is anything we put into our body, anything we expose our body to, it has an impact on HRV and ultimately starts to create inflammation within our body if it's something that's not working objectively really well for us. And the only way to figure that out is through DNA testing. So I'm going to walk you through what our DNA testing looks like, what's in it, and ultimately the benefits that you're going to get from it. So if you take a look here, it's the personalized DNA nutrition and energy report. And so we pull 70 genes. Okay, this is a 70 gene pull. And the reason we pull this is because from our international academy and our international board of scientists from Stanford, MIT, Harvard, Tufts, Oxford, some really, really intelligent people, University of Toronto, they are doing some amazing things looking at genes and genetic profiles. And of all the genes in the body, these 70 genes that we pull are most correlated to creating actionable change within the body. So it's not taking a look at something and making a stretch to try and give some type of actualization. It's really true hard science that has white papers on everything that truly do support the changes that we're looking at. So when we come down here and we take a look at, and you can read a little bit more of the science behind it in that report that we get as well. So when we come down here, we're able to look at nutrient metabolism. We're able to take a look at, hey, vitamin A all the way through iron. What is really going on internally? Here's the gene number. Here's the risk variant. Here's the variant that we have based upon our DNA, your risk, and then the recommendations. Same thing from your food intolerances and sensitivities, lactose, gluten, caffeine. How certain things you're eating and certain things you're intaking have a impact on your cardiometabolic health. And again, the recommendations as to where you should go from there. Weight management and body composition, things such as physical activity, your energy balance, protein, fats, carbs, how your body utilizes them, and how it's going to affect weight management and body composition, your eating habits, why you like certain things, and where you should probably put your focus into in terms of the food you're going to like based upon your genetic profile as well. And then the exercise physiology, fitness, and injury risk. So things such as motivation, exercise behavior, power and strength, endurance, where should we put our focus so that we can actually change our body? So we're not doing exercise for the sake of exercise. It's purposeful and it's going to create the change we're looking for. And then we also end up getting your calories needed per day, how much you need for weight maintenance, and how much you need for weight loss. And then again, your macro breakdowns that we can then put into a meal tracking device if this is something we're wanting to do. And then same thing from your vitamin A, vitamin D, and micronutrient profile. Remember, chronic micronutrient deficiency causes chronic cravings. So if we're able to really look after the micronutrient deficiencies, we're not going to be craving a lot of things that we're typically looking for. Now, if we go deeper into the report, it goes much, much deeper into each one of these above that we saw in a very brief stint. So we've got all of these that are coming down in iron, sodium, lactose, gluten, grains, sodium, physical activity, energy balance. It really kind of takes us all the way through. And then at the bottom, we have some more genetic insights that look into, again, some micronutrients. We look at the inflammation and antioxidant activity. So again, what antioxidants that people call superfoods are actually going to be good for you and which ones aren't. Believe it or not all superfoods are good for you. And we're going to know this. Same thing as what's going to cause more inflammation in your body versus somebody else. Sleep and cardiometabolic health. There's some more things on cholesterol, fasting glucose, insulin, likelihood of diabetes, these types of things. And again, it just gives us this real high profile ability to understand what's going on. Now, this isn't it. This isn't where it stops. Because what we also do is, I'm going to have to share my screen in a different way here again. Otherwise, we won't be giving you guys the right screen. But we do have a little assessment called an FFQ. And that's the food frequency questionnaire. So what we end up finding is based upon what you typically eat, your diet. And again, this questionnaire is super, super sophisticated, really quick to do. It finds out what nutrients you need to limit. So all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize I was actually taking in that much total fat throughout the day from the lunch meat that I was eating. Or, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that the jam that I have every morning actually has that much sugar. And it literally shows us where we are getting our nutrients to limit based upon our DNA recommendations. So it again makes it very practical to our habits daily right now, and brings awareness to what is not great, but also what is very great. So things that we're typically eating, which ones we're getting key nutrients from, and then here's the top sources of the nutrients that we're currently getting them from and where we should put our focus. And the green ones that are highlighted are based upon things that are great for us genetically. So we're like, oh my goodness. So I should really focus on red and green peppers, kiwi, pineapple, mango, orange, grapefruit, strawberries, broccoli, and cabbage and cauliflower. And same thing here for vitamin B12. We eat a lot of clams, oysters, mussels, sardines, lean ground beef, but in actuality, this fortified plant-based burger that we're having is a bigger one that we can digest a lot better. Same thing with this fortified soy beverage, so forth and so on down the list. It really gives us actionable items. Same thing when we come into here, calcium, okay? We eat a lot of tofu. That's great, let's keep that up. We can actually have more of that than milk because according to our DNA, we're a little bit lactose intolerant. So we want to stay away from that. Same thing with yogurt, cheese. But if we want to go back to calcium, our spinach, collard greens, and kale and white beans is where we should put that focus. And so again, super interesting as to which ones and things we're currently eating that then are going to enhance our ability to continue to see less inflammation in the body, less weight gain, more energy, and all these changes that we've been trying to get, but we haven't been knowing what to do exactly in order to get there. Now, we can continue to come down here, and here's the complete food list of what was entered in that questionnaire. But now that we're armed with the DNA test, what we're currently eating, what's great for us, what's not so great for us, and we're aware of what's there. Now, where do we go? Well, this is where the fun happens, and this is where a lot of things all come together, is we get the DNA meal plan. DNA-based meal plan off of food that we like, off of food that we are currently eating, and things that are going to taste good to us because we have the information from our DNA test. So again, all of our micronutrient balances, these are numbers that you guys don't really need to know because we've already built them in. And here we obviously give you 45 recipes. Now we don't need to make all 45 of these every week, but now we know this is what we can have. So here's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and our snacks for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and ultimately Sunday. Now, if you're like, Justin, you know what? I just want to make these golden berry chia puddings 5 days a week, and then on the weekend, make 2 spinach and bell pepper omelets. Great, no problem. And then the following week, maybe you do a strawberry chocolate smoothie 5 days a week, and then on the weekend, you make your blueberry pistachio oatmeal. Awesome. But what it gives you is it gives you options. It allows you to say, hey, today I feel like having my veggies and hummus for a snack. Next time I feel like having my apples and cheese. Next day I feel like having hard-boiled eggs and crackers. Or you can just do your almond milk, unsweetened 1 cup, and your sweet potato toast with almond butter and banana 7 days a week. Completely your choice. But it allows you the flexibility and the freedom to know that these are exactly what I need. So now that you know what they are, it's like, okay, great, but what are the recipes? No problem. Here are the recipes, here's the instructions, as well as the ingredients that you need. Prep time, serving sizes, everything else, all there, all operating exactly for you. Same thing, salad and avocado salad. Here's your shredded chickpea and chicken tacos, green capped apple and cabbage slaw, so forth and so on. And I know the next question, okay, great, but now how do I shop for it? Well, we come to the bottom, and lo and behold, we have your grocery list. So everything you could ever need that's, again, derived straight from what you like, what you need, and what your body is asking for to decrease inflammation, and obviously make sure everything is objectified in a tangible and quantifiable way. Something that is going to create change within us. So we're not just doing for the sake of doing. It's purposeful and intentional. And from there, we're able to now shop for it, have it on hand, and be able to use them in a really, really great way. Now, our final step that is about 6 to 8 months away, but very, very cool. We've got a couple meal plan companies that are going to be taking this information and then making those recipes and having them available for you to order. So we're not quite at that stage, but this is where we're at. So we've got the three things. We've got the DNA test. We've got what you're currently eating, what's great, what's not so great based upon the DNA test. And then there's the meal plan. When you eat for your genes, when you live for your genes, all of a sudden what happens is you decrease inflammation, decrease the stress on your body, increase your HRV level, increase your energy, and you can live truly the way that you were meant to. Energetic, happy, satisfied, and fulfilled. So if you want more information on this, super easy to reach out and make sure that you can get it. But until then, go own it.